Dr. Karen Banks, founder and principal consultant with Data Detectives, conducted research into the practice of the Kent Technology Academies, analyzing results and WASL data from the 2006 to 2007 school year. These Kent School District Academy schools, known as KTA and KMTA, were designed to be proof-of-concept schools. Students in these schools worked in small learning communities in a technology-rich environment, laying the groundwork with respect to curriculum, equipment, and best practices while collecting lesson-learned examples to aid in expanding the program throughout the district. In 2008, the Kent School District expanded the one-to-one program to all 7th grade classrooms throughout the district, and in 2009, expanded this program again to provide a laptop for every 7th and 8th grade student in the Kent School District. 2009 was also the year that the district finished installing media cards and smartboards in every classroom K through 12. This undertaking has been a huge commitment by the district. Dr. Banks, can you please tell me what you saw in your initial study to support such an enormous commitment towards the use of technology by the Kent School District?
One of the things that the Kent School District did correctly was to embed the use of technology into the instruction of students. It was not used as a toy or a gimmick, but as a genuine part of instruction. The students in the initial programs were a wide mix, very diverse. We found that achievement of students in the pilot program rose considerably. We also found through observations that they were very engaged in their own learning, and they managed the responsibility of taking care of their computers very well.
Can you provide an example or a story to support the ways that technology was so beneficial to the students that you observed in your study?
I remember observing in one class where students were studying a novel that was set in Eastern Washington during the Great Depression. Many of the students had never been to Eastern Washington, but by using technology, the teacher was able to quickly show them satellite views of the terrain, including the agricultural industry, the effects of irrigation now as opposed to during the Depression. Using a visual presentation of this information helped the students engage with the story in the novel. The teacher was also able to show a video clip from a movie showing how the Depression affected a formerly middle-class family. Although it was just a few minutes of video, it really engaged students in the novel they were reading.
Through your work with the Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction and contacts with districts around the state, is it your impression that districts that have committed to the use of technology in their classrooms are achieving in academic areas higher than those that have not made such a commitment?
It's too soon to tell in most districts, but Kent has done it the right way for the most part. Not every district has. By the right way, I mean including the training for teachers and asking students to produce more and better work using the technology tools. Kent has also piloted things before deploying them district-wide. The district is focused on improving instruction using the technology, not just technology for the sake of having it.
Can you expand on this?
A few days ago, I heard a national educational researcher complaining about observing students who were studying the United Nations Charter wasting a lot of time on a Google search instead of using an appropriate reference book in the school library. I can tell you that the teachers I observed in Kent would never have suggested Google as a way to find out about the United Nations Charter. They would have directed students to specific high-quality websites with the goal of students completing a project based on their learning. And that national researcher I was listening to didn't address the fact that 25 students can't all use the same reference book in the library at the same time, or take that reference book back to the classroom, let alone take it home. With technology, students can even compare the information from multiple sources. The teachers I observed were using the technology very well.
What is the connection between technology and academic achievement?
Depends on how the technology is used. If you just turn the students loose with the computers, not much good will come of that. But if teachers use the technology appropriately with their students, it makes a huge difference. By appropriately, I mean expecting more of the students now that they have these wonderful tools. For example, technology is a great way to give students access to multiple perspectives on a particular issue, rather than just reading a summary in a textbook. Suddenly, when you ask students to compare those different perspectives, their learning is deeper than it could have been without the technology.
There's a portion of our population that looks at education and questions, why is there a need to provide technology in public schools? After all, it wasn't that long ago that there was no technology in the classroom, and that generation did just fine, and they're functioning in society without difficulty. If I would say that to you, how would you respond?
I would say two things. First, students are going to need these skills in almost any job that pays a living wage in the future. Jobs without technology are just flat out going to go away. When I deposit a check at the ATM machine now, the machine reads my check, prints the electronic information right on the check, and gives me a receipt. That eliminates the bank teller. When you want to make an appointment at the car dealer to have your car repaired, you do that online. That eliminates the human who used to schedule the appointments. The job of auto mechanic is now highly technical, using lots of technology tools. So even students who don't plan to attend college are going to need these skills. Second, I would say that when used appropriately, technology can be a way to push our students to develop deeper skills in analysis, writing, presentation, and working in teams to produce a product. It engages many of our students who are bored or not interested in school. I've seen it take a bored, unengaged student and get that student excited about school and what he or she's learning.
The Kent School District's mission statement is to successfully prepare all students for their future. With all that you've observed in Kent, do you believe that the Kent School District is on the right path?
Yes, the Kent School District's approach to implementing technology makes a great deal of sense. I not only observed teachers using technology in classrooms, I saw most of the teachers and students using technology to pursue deeper, more meaningful, more engaging instruction. In turn, this will help students develop those 21st century skills they need to succeed in a competitive global economy.
Thanks for your time, and we really appreciate your insight.
You're welcome. I was glad to help.